Welcome to the Buddhist audio bookshelf. Today, we invite you to explore the profound teachings of the Dhammapada in our segment titled, The Weight of Impurity, Finding Peace Through Reflection. Join us on this enlightening journey into the Buddha's wisdom. If you find value in these teachings, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps spread this timeless wisdom to others. You can also listen to us on YouTube podcasts with ease. Simply download the YouTube Music app, and search for our channel, Buddhist Audio Bookshelf. One of the great benefits of listening through the music podcast is that it uses less battery and data, allowing you to listen while keeping the screen off. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to sharing more teachings with you. Introduction. In a world bustling with distractions, immediate gratification, and often overwhelming pressures, the consequences of our actions can feel distant or even irrelevant. Yet, the ancient wisdom of the Dhammapada teaches us a profound truth. The evildoer grieves here and hereafter, he grieves in both worlds. He laments and is afflicted, recollecting his own impure deeds. This insight invites us to reflect deeply on our behavior, urging us to consider how our actions reverberate not only through our own lives but also within our communities and the world at large. The challenges we face today are multifaceted. Many grapple with feelings of anxiety, stress, and disconnection, often stemming from our choices and behaviors. In a society that emphasizes achievement and external validation, it's easy to overlook the internal landscape of our minds and the lasting impact of our deeds. When we act from a place of anger, selfishness, or deceit, we may find temporary relief or advantage, but at what cost? The weight of our decisions can manifest as grief, not just in our own lives but as ripples in the lives of those around us. Reflecting on our actions is crucial in cultivating self-awareness. This practice of introspection allows us to recognize when our choices lead to harm, be it to ourselves, our relationships, or the broader community. By understanding the implications of our actions, we can begin to shift our mindset from one that seeks immediate gratification to one that values long-term fulfillment and happiness. The act of looking inward can be uncomfortable, yet it is essential for growth and healing. To navigate the complexities of modern life, we must incorporate mindfulness practices into our daily routines. Mindfulness, the act of paying focused attention to the present moment without judgment, offers a powerful antidote to the chaos of daily life. Through mindfulness, we can cultivate an understanding of ourselves and our actions, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with clarity and compassion. This approach helps us realize that our thoughts and feelings are transient, empowering us to choose actions that align with our values rather than reacting impulsively. One effective mindfulness practice is the development of a daily reflection routine. Setting aside time each day, perhaps in the morning or before bed, to contemplate your actions can foster self-awareness. Begin by asking yourself essential questions. What did I do today that brought me joy? What choices did I make that may have caused harm to myself or others? How can I learn from these experiences? Journaling your responses not only creates a record of your thoughts but also serves as a powerful tool for personal growth. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your behavior that can guide you toward more positive choices. Additionally, practicing gratitude can transform your outlook and reinforce the importance of positive actions. Each evening, take a moment to list 3 things you are grateful for that day. This simple practice can help shift your focus from grievances and regrets to the blessings and joys that surround you. When we cultivate gratitude, we create a mental framework that recognizes the interconnectedness of our experiences and the significance of positive deeds. Real-life applications of these concepts are essential in fostering a meaningful and happy life. Consider the impact of kindness. In a society where negativity often prevails, choosing to act with kindness can profoundly alter your environment. Simple gestures, offering a smile, lending a helping hand, or expressing appreciation, can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to engage in positive behaviors. When you choose to be kind, you not only uplift others but also cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment within yourself. Moreover, accountability plays a crucial role in personal growth. When we recognize that our actions affect those around us, we become more motivated to make choices aligned with our values. Having a trusted friend or mentor to discuss your thoughts and feelings can provide valuable perspective and support. This partnership fosters a sense of community and responsibility, encouraging you to be mindful of your actions and their impact. Engaging in community service is another practical application of these teachings. Volunteering for a cause that resonates with you allows you to contribute positively to society while reinforcing the interconnectedness of all beings. Through service, you can witness the direct impact of your actions on others, fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends personal achievements. Incorporating mindfulness practices into your interactions with others is equally important. When engaging in conversations, strive to be fully present. Active listening, truly hearing what others are saying without planning your response, can transform relationships. By giving your full attention, you show respect and understanding, creating a space for open dialogue and deeper connections. This practice not only enhances your relationships but also promotes a sense of community and belonging. Additionally, it's essential to cultivate self-compassion. Recognize that we all make mistakes. It's a fundamental part of being human. Instead of dwelling on past wrongs, practice forgiving yourself and learning from your experiences. This approach aligns with the teachings of the Dhammapada, which emphasizes the importance of recollecting our deeds to learn and grow rather than to suffer. By embracing self-compassion, you can break free from the cycle of grief and lamentation, allowing yourself to move forward with a sense of purpose and peace. As we navigate the complexities of contemporary life, we can draw strength from the understanding that our actions have consequences, both here and hereafter. The teachings of the Dhammapada remind us that our choices shape our experiences, influencing not only our own well-being but also that of those around us. By committing to mindfulness, reflection, and ethical living, we can create a life filled with happiness and meaning, positively impacting our communities and the world. The journey toward a happy and meaningful life is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. By embracing the principles of self-awareness and compassion, we can navigate today's challenges with grace and resilience. Ultimately, this path leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our interconnectedness with others, fostering a life that radiates peace and joy. Through consistent practice and dedication to these teachings, we can create a legacy of kindness and integrity that uplifts not only ourselves but also future generations. In conclusion, let us embark on this journey together, exploring the profound teachings of the Dhammapada and their relevance to our lives today. As we reflect on our actions, engage in mindfulness practices, and commit to positive change, we can transform our lives and the world around us, paving the way for a brighter, more compassionate future. In a world where our actions can easily go unnoticed, the concept of evil deeds remains crucial to understanding our personal and collective struggles. We often think of evil as extreme acts of malice or violence, but it encompasses a wider range of behaviors, from dishonesty and betrayal to neglect and selfishness. This understanding is not just philosophical, it has tangible consequences in our lives and societies. In today's culture, where social media amplifies our actions and their repercussions, we are constantly reminded of the impact our choices have on ourselves and others. From workplace misconduct to interpersonal relationships, the realities of our actions can lead to both immediate and long-term grief. Understanding these evil deeds through a modern lens can help us cultivate mindfulness, foster personal growth, and pave the way for a more meaningful life. The nature of evil deeds. Evil deeds can manifest in various forms. They are not always grand in nature, often, they are subtle and insidious. Think of the colleague who takes credit for your hard work or the friend who betrays your trust. These actions, while seemingly minor, chip away at our mental and emotional well-being. They can create a toxic environment where guilt and resentment thrive, affecting not only the perpetrator but also those around them. Moreover, we live in a time when the consequences of our actions are often magnified by technology. A careless social media post can lead to public shaming, a moment of anger can escalate into a viral conflict, and unethical corporate practices can destroy communities. The immediate feedback loop created by social media and the 24-hour news cycle can make it seem as though we are constantly under scrutiny. This societal lens can magnify our feelings of guilt and grief associated with our actions. In a world driven by instant gratification, many people prioritize their desires over ethical considerations. This self-centered mindset often leads to actions that may bring temporary satisfaction but cause long-term sorrow. For instance, someone who lies to get ahead may feel a fleeting sense of success but later suffer from the anxiety of being discovered and the guilt of betraying their values. It's essential to recognize that every action has a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. Cultural reflections. Reflecting on contemporary society, we see numerous examples of individuals and institutions engaging in what can be deemed evil deeds. Consider corporate greed, companies exploiting workers for profit or damaging the environment in pursuit of higher margins. Such actions create a cycle of grief that affects not only the individuals directly involved but also communities and future generations. When businesses prioritize profit over ethical considerations, they contribute to a broader societal malaise that can lead to unrest, mistrust, and disillusionment. Furthermore, societal issues such as systemic inequality, racial injustice, and environmental degradation illustrate how collective behaviors can lead to widespread suffering. The roots of these problems often lie in selfish actions that disregard the well-being of others. As individuals, we may feel powerless in the face of such large-scale issues, but recognizing our role in this dynamic can help us take steps towards fostering positive change. In our personal lives, we may also find ourselves caught in cycles of harmful behaviors. The act of gossiping about a friend, ignoring a family member's needs, or prioritizing personal ambitions over collective well-being can lead to feelings of regret and sorrow. It is essential to acknowledge that these actions contribute to our suffering and can create lasting rifts in our relationships. The cycle of grief. Engaging in negative behaviors has immediate consequences that can lead to feelings of guilt, anxiety, and remorse. For instance, someone who cheats on a partner may experience a fleeting thrill but will eventually grapple with the weight of their actions, feeling hollow and plagued by insecurity. The cycle of grief begins here, as one must confront the reality of their choices. This cycle doesn't stop with the immediate aftermath, it evolves over time, affecting mental and emotional health. The individual may withdraw from social situations, become paranoid about being discovered, or engage in self-destructive behaviors as a means of coping. This creates a vicious cycle where one evil deed leads to another, reinforcing feelings of despair and hopelessness. Research supports the notion that unresolved guilt can manifest in various psychological issues, including depression and anxiety. The mind tends to ruminate on past mistakes, and this constant self-criticism can lead to a diminished sense of self-worth. Consequently, individuals caught in this cycle may find themselves unable to move forward, trapped by their past choices. Mindfulness is a tool for self-awareness. To break this cycle, we must cultivate self-awareness through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and actions without judgment, creating space for reflection. This practice helps us identify our patterns of behavior, especially those that lead to harmful actions. When we learn to observe our thoughts and impulses, we can make more conscious choices that align with our values. One effective mindfulness practice is meditation. Setting aside time each day to sit in silence can help clear the mental clutter that often clouds our judgment. As we meditate, we can focus on our breath and become aware of any negative thoughts that arise. Instead of suppressing these thoughts, we can acknowledge them and consider their origins. This practice not only fosters self-awareness but also encourages us to confront our motivations for certain behaviors. Another useful mindfulness technique is journaling. Writing down our thoughts and feelings allows us to explore our actions and the emotions tied to them. By regularly reflecting on our behavior, we can identify patterns that may lead to negative actions. This practice serves as a form of self-examination, helping us recognize when we are veering towards evil deeds, and encouraging us to make amends. Healing through acknowledgement. Recognizing our faults and the impact of our actions is the first step towards healing. It requires humility and courage to face the parts of ourselves we may wish to ignore. However, acknowledging our mistakes is crucial for personal growth. It allows us to take responsibility for our actions and seek forgiveness from those we have wronged, including ourselves. Forgiveness is a powerful tool in breaking the cycle of grief. When we forgive ourselves for our past mistakes, we can let go of the burden of guilt that weighs us down. This does not mean excusing our behavior but rather accepting that we are human and capable of growth. Self-forgiveness enables us to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and integrity. Moreover, seeking forgiveness from others is equally important. Apologizing for past wrongs can restore relationships and foster understanding. When we take the initiative to reach out and express remorse, we open the door to healing, not just for ourselves, but for those we've affected. Real-life examples abound where individuals have transformed their lives by taking accountability for their actions, leading to personal and communal healing. Transforming regret into action. Once we acknowledge our past, we can focus on transformation. Taking responsibility for our actions paves the way for redemption. We can begin by engaging in positive deeds that contribute to the well-being of others. Acts of kindness and altruism not only help mend relationships but also cultivate a sense of fulfillment and purpose. For example, volunteering in the community is a practical way to offset negative actions. It allows us to connect with others, build empathy, and contribute positively to society. Engaging in acts of service helps shift our focus from ourselves to the needs of those around us, fostering a sense of belonging and connection. Additionally, practicing gratitude can transform our perspective. Regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of our lives and the people who support us can help counterbalance feelings of guilt and grief. When we focus on gratitude, we cultivate a more positive mindset that encourages ethical behavior and reinforces our commitment to living with integrity. Real-life stories illustrate the transformative power of taking positive action. Consider individuals who have turned their lives around after engaging in community service, often finding newfound purpose and joy in helping others. These narratives serve as reminders that redemption is possible and that we can choose a different path. Cultivating a peaceful mind through mindfulness. Integrating mindfulness practices into our daily lives can significantly enhance our mental well-being. These practices not only help us cope with the weight of our actions but also foster a deeper sense of peace. Techniques such as mindful breathing and body scans can ground us in the present moment, alleviating feelings of anxiety and regret. Mindful breathing involves focusing on the breath, inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth. This practice can be done anywhere and serves as a reminder to pause and reflect before reacting. When faced with challenging situations, taking a moment to breathe can prevent impulsive actions and allow for more thoughtful responses. Body scans are another effective mindfulness technique. By lying down and mentally scanning the body from head to toe, we can develop a deeper awareness of our physical sensations and emotions. This practice helps us identify areas of tension or discomfort, encouraging us to explore their origins. By acknowledging these feelings, we can begin to understand how they relate to our past actions and work towards releasing them. Incorporating mindfulness into daily routines can enhance our ability to cope with stress and anxiety. Simple practices, such as mindful eating or walking, can help anchor us in the present moment. As we cultivate a peaceful mind, we are better equipped to confront our actions and make conscious choices that align with our values. Community support and collective growth. While individual efforts are essential, we must also recognize the power of community support in fostering change. Engaging with like-minded individuals can create a nurturing environment that encourages growth and accountability. Support groups or community organizations focused on personal development can provide valuable resources and a sense of belonging. Participating in group discussions or workshops centered around self-improvement and ethical living can deepen our understanding of the impact of our actions. Sharing experiences with others allows us to learn from one another and reinforces the notion that we are not alone in our struggles. Collective healing is possible when we unite in our efforts to live more mindfully and ethically. In today's society, where isolation can lead to despair, cultivating connections with others is vital. Whether through local community centers, online forums, or social media groups, finding a supportive network can bolster our journey towards personal growth and peace. Real-life applications. To reinforce these concepts, it is crucial to provide real-life applications that readers can incorporate into their daily lives. Here are several actionable steps that can lead to positive change. Practice daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your actions and their impacts. Consider keeping a journal to track your thoughts, feelings, and any negative behaviors you wish to change. Engage in mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or body scans, prioritize moments of stillness to cultivate self-awareness. Apologize and seek forgiveness. If you have wronged someone, take the initiative to reach out and apologize. A heartfelt acknowledgement of your actions can foster healing and restore relationships. Volunteer. Find local organizations that resonate with your values and offer your time and skills. Contributing to the community can help offset past actions and provide a sense of fulfillment. Join a support group. Seek out communities focused on personal growth and ethical living. Sharing your experiences and learning from others can provide valuable insights and encouragement. Cultivate gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal to remind yourself of the positive aspects of your life. Regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for can shift your mindset and promote a sense of contentment. Surround yourself with positive influences. Build relationships with individuals who inspire you to live mindfully and ethically. Engage in discussions about values and ethical living to reinforce your commitment to positive change. By integrating these practices into daily life, individuals can cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness, mitigate the impact of past actions, and foster a more peaceful and meaningful existence. The journey toward healing and growth is ongoing, but with commitment and mindfulness, it is entirely achievable. The cycle of grief. In our daily lives, we often engage in actions without considering their deeper implications. Whether through a thoughtless comment, an impulsive decision, or unethical behavior, we may inadvertently inflict harm on ourselves and others. The Buddhist teaching in the Dhammapada reminds us that evildoers grieve both here and hereafter, experiencing the weight of their actions in the present and the anticipated consequences in the future. To cultivate a happy and meaningful life, it is essential to recognize this cycle of grief and actively work toward breaking it. Understanding immediate consequences. Imagine a moment of anger or frustration. You may lash out verbally at a friend or family member, only to feel immediate regret. This is the initial consequence of your action. A wave of guilt washes over you. You might think, how could I say that? I didn't mean it. In these instances, the cycle of grief begins. You experience discomfort, a sense of loss, and perhaps even a longing for reconciliation. These immediate emotional responses are essential signals, urging us to recognize when we've acted in a way that contradicts our values or intentions. However, we often dismiss these feelings or push them aside, which only compounds our grief. Ignoring the discomfort leads us down a path where we become desensitized to our actions. Over time, this desensitization can result in a broader disconnect from our emotions, making it harder to empathize with others and ourselves. The weight of long-term effects. While the immediate consequences of our actions are often fleeting, the long-term effects can be significantly more profound. Engaging in harmful behavior can lead to chronic feelings of guilt, shame, and anxiety. For example, consider someone who regularly lies to avoid conflict. At first, the lie may provide a temporary sense of relief, but as time passes, the individual begins to live in constant fear of being discovered. The anxiety surrounding the potential fallout becomes burdensome, creating an emotional toll that can affect mental health and overall quality of life. Moreover, the cumulative effect of negative actions can manifest in damaged relationships. A cycle of mistrust can develop, where friends or loved ones feel hurt or betrayed. The anguish of losing connections and the accompanying isolation can lead to further negative behaviors as one attempts to cope with loneliness. Here, the cycle of grief becomes a self-perpetuating loop, trapping individuals in a cycle of harmful actions and emotional pain. In contemporary society, these dynamics are prevalent. Social media can exacerbate the problem, where people may feel compelled to present a curated version of their lives, leading to dishonesty and disconnection. The fear of being vulnerable can prevent genuine connections, perpetuating feelings of grief and isolation. As we navigate these challenges, It's vital to recognize the impact of our actions and how they reverberate through our lives and the lives of those around us. Recognizing the cycle of grief. The first step in breaking the cycle of grief is awareness. Mindfulness practices offer valuable tools for cultivating this awareness. Mindfulness encourages us to pause, breathe, and reflect on our thoughts and actions without judgment. By becoming more attuned to our emotional responses, we can identify when we've engaged in behavior that causes harm to ourselves or others. A practical approach to mindfulness is to create a daily ritual of reflection. Set aside a few moments each day to consider your actions and their impact. Ask yourself questions such as, what did I do today that made me feel proud or fulfilled? Did I engage in any actions that I regret or that caused harm to others? How did my words or actions align with my values? By committing to this practice, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and the effects of your choices. Over time, this awareness can help you develop healthier responses to your emotions and actions, ultimately leading to more positive outcomes. Healing through acknowledgement. Once we recognize the cycle of grief and its implications, the next step is healing through acknowledgement. This process involves taking responsibility for our actions and their consequences. It can be challenging to confront the reality of our past behaviors, but embracing this discomfort is crucial for personal growth. When we acknowledge our mistakes, we open the door to forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others. For instance, if you have wronged a friend, acknowledging the hurt you caused can serve as the first step toward reconciliation. Apologizing sincerely can demonstrate your commitment to repairing the relationship and fostering a deeper connection. Healing through acknowledgement can also extend to self-compassion. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes. It's a fundamental aspect of being human. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you create an environment where healing can flourish. Mindfulness practices such as loving-kindness meditation can help reinforce this self-compassion. In this meditation, you focus on cultivating feelings of love and kindness towards yourself and others, reinforcing a sense of connection and understanding. Transforming regret into action. Acknowledging our past actions is essential, but it's equally important to transform that regret into action. This transformation requires us to move beyond mere acknowledgement and actively engage in making amends and fostering positive change in our lives. One powerful way to enact change is through service and compassion. Engaging in acts of kindness and giving back to others can create a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When you contribute positively to your community or help those in need, you not only mitigate the impact of past negative actions but also cultivate a sense of belonging and connection. Consider volunteering at a local shelter or mentoring someone in need. These experiences can shift your perspective, helping you recognize the power of positive deeds. As you witness the impact of your actions on others, you begin to understand the interconnectedness of all lives. The realization that your choices can bring joy and support to others can be profoundly transformative, allowing you to break free from the cycle of grief. Furthermore, cultivating gratitude can play a significant role in this transformation. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life and acknowledging the contributions of others, you shift your mindset away from negativity. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you jot down things you're thankful for each day, can reinforce this positive perspective and enhance your overall well-being. Mindfulness practices for coping with grief. Mindfulness practices can provide invaluable support in coping with the grief arising from our actions. Here are some practical exercises you can incorporate into your daily routine. Mindful breathing. Take a few moments each day to practice mindful breathing. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Allow your thoughts to come and go without judgment. This practice helps ground you and cultivates a sense of inner peace. Body scan meditation. This practice encourages you to tune into your body and its sensations. Lie down comfortably and systematically focus on each part of your body, from your toes to your head. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort and breathe into them. This meditation can help you develop greater awareness of your physical and emotional state, fostering a sense of healing. Gratitude reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. They can be simple pleasures, a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or a moment of laughter. This practice shifts your focus away from grief and toward appreciation. Compassionate self-talk. When you notice feelings of guilt or regret, practice compassionate self-talk. Instead of berating yourself, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that growth comes from learning. Speak to yourself as you would to a close friend who is struggling. Nature walks. Spending time in nature can be a powerful way to cope with grief and stress. Take walks in natural surroundings, allowing yourself to connect with the environment. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, and smells around you, fostering a sense of presence and calm. Real-life applications. Reinforcing positive change. To reinforce the concepts discussed, consider integrating these principles into your daily life. Establish a morning routine. Start each day with intention. Dedicate time to mindfulness practices, journaling, or reflecting on your goals. Establishing a morning routine sets a positive tone for the day and encourages you to be more mindful of your actions. Engage in community. Connect with others who share similar values. Join community groups or volunteer organizations focused on positive change. Being part of a supportive network can provide encouragement and accountability as you work toward fostering kindness and compassion in your life. Practice daily mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness into your everyday activities. Whether it's during meals, conversations, or while driving, practice being present and aware. This attention can help you respond more thoughtfully to situations, reducing impulsive reactions and promoting a sense of peace. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress. Whether you've made amends with someone, engaged in a kind act, or simply practiced mindfulness, recognize your efforts. Celebrating small victories reinforces positive behavior and encourages you to continue on your path toward healing. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions abound and pressures mount, the ability to engage in self-reflection has never been more crucial. We often rush through our days, barely pausing to consider the impact of our actions, words, and choices on ourselves and others. Yet, the ancient wisdom of the Dhammapada reminds us that our deeds have consequences, shaping not only our immediate experiences but also our long-term happiness and peace of mind. To truly live a meaningful and fulfilled life, we must cultivate self-awareness and take responsibility for our actions. Understanding self-awareness begins with recognizing our thoughts and feelings. In an era dominated by social media, constant notifications, and the relentless drive for achievement, we can easily become disconnected from our internal world. Mindfulness practices offer a pathway back to ourselves, allowing us to observe our thoughts without judgment and creating space for reflection. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, tuning into our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations. By integrating mindfulness into our daily lives, we can cultivate a sense of clarity that enables us to recognize when we are engaging in behaviors that may lead to regret or sorrow. One effective mindfulness practice is the body scan meditation. This involves lying down comfortably and systematically bringing attention to each part of the body, from the toes to the crown of the head. As we focus on each area, we can notice any tension or discomfort and acknowledge it without attempting to change it. This practice can help us become more attuned to our physical sensations and emotions, allowing us to understand how our actions might be affecting our well-being. By regularly practicing body scans, we can develop a greater sense of awareness and connection with ourselves, making it easier to recognize when we may be straying from our values or engaging in behaviors that don't serve us. Another approach to enhancing self-awareness is through journaling. Setting aside time each day to write down our thoughts and feelings can provide valuable insights into our motivations and behaviors. Consider asking yourself questions such as, what choices did I make today? How did those choices align with my values? Did I act with kindness and integrity, or did I succumb to negative impulses? By reflecting on these questions regularly, we can begin to see patterns in our behavior and gain a deeper understanding of the consequences of our actions. This practice not only fosters self-awareness but also promotes personal growth and transformation. Once we establish a foundation of self-awareness, we can begin to address the implications of our actions. The Dhammapada teaches that those who engage in negative deeds are burdened by grief, both in the present and in the future. In contemporary society, we often witness the effects of our actions on others, whether through acts of kindness that uplift or actions that harm and create division. By acknowledging the impact of our behavior on those around us, we can cultivate empathy and compassion, which are essential for building meaningful relationships and contributing to a more harmonious society. To reinforce these concepts, it is helpful to practice active listening in our interactions with others. This means fully focusing on the person speaking, without planning our response or interrupting. By being present in conversations, we can better understand the perspectives of those around us, creating deeper connections and fostering a sense of community. This practice encourages us to consider how our words and actions affect others, promoting a culture of kindness and respect. Additionally, engaging in volunteer work can serve as a practical application of self-awareness and empathy. By giving our time and energy to those in need, we not only contribute positively to our communities but also cultivate a sense of fulfillment and purpose in our lives. Whether it's helping at a local food bank, tutoring students, or participating in environmental cleanup efforts, volunteering allows us to see firsthand the impact of our actions on others. This can serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of living ethically and responsibly. Another vital aspect of fostering peace and happiness in our lives is embracing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges and negative feelings can weigh heavily on our hearts, leading to emotional turmoil and distress. The ability to forgive, both ourselves and others, is a fundamental practice for emotional well-being. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful actions, rather, it means letting go of the emotional burden that can arise from holding onto past grievances. To practice forgiveness, start by acknowledging any hurt or anger you may be feeling. Allow yourself to fully experience these emotions without judgment. Once you've processed your feelings, consider writing a letter to the person who has wronged you, expressing your emotions and how their actions affected you. You don't need to send the letter, the act of writing can be cathartic and help you release negative emotions. This practice allows you to move forward with a lighter heart, freeing yourself from the grip of resentment. In addition to self-reflection and forgiveness, cultivating gratitude is another powerful practice that can enhance our overall sense of well-being. In a culture that often emphasizes scarcity and comparison, it can be easy to overlook the abundance in our lives. By intentionally focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and expressing gratitude for them, we can shift our perspective and foster a more optimistic outlook. Consider starting a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. These can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of nature. Over time, this practice can help us develop a more appreciative mindset, which can counteract feelings of regret and grief associated with our actions. Real-life applications of these mindfulness practices can help reinforce the concepts of self-awareness, empathy, and personal growth. For instance, you might set a weekly intention to practice mindfulness in your interactions. This could involve committing to being present in your conversations and intentionally expressing appreciation for the people in your life. At the end of each week, take time to reflect on how this commitment impacted your relationships and overall well-being. Additionally, consider joining or creating a community group focused on mindfulness practices. Engaging with like-minded individuals can provide support and encouragement as you navigate your journey toward self-awareness and ethical living. Sharing experiences and insights with others can deepen your understanding and reinforce the importance of these teachings in everyday life. As you continue to explore the teachings of the Dhammapada and incorporate mindfulness practices into your routine, remember that self-reflection is a continuous journey. It requires patience and compassion for ourselves as we navigate the complexities of life. We may stumble and falter, but each moment offers an opportunity for growth and renewal. By embracing self-awareness, engaging in empathy, and committing to ethical living, we can cultivate a meaningful existence that brings peace to ourselves and those around us. In today's culture, where pressures and distractions abound, the practice of self-reflection becomes not just a personal endeavor but a collective necessity. By nurturing our self-awareness and taking responsibility for our actions, we can contribute to a more compassionate and understanding society. Through mindfulness practices, active listening, volunteer work, and gratitude, we can foster meaningful connections and promote a culture of kindness. As we engage in these practices, we become better equipped to cope with the challenges of modern life. Instead of being weighed down by grief and regret, we can cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment, rooted in a deep understanding of our values and the impact of our actions. Embracing the teachings of the Dhammapada empowers us to create a life filled with purpose and peace, leading to a brighter, more harmonious world for ourselves and others. Transforming regret into action. In a world that constantly bombards us with choices and challenges, it's easy to lose sight of our values and drift into actions that don't align with our true selves. Regret can often weigh heavily on our minds, leaving us feeling stuck, anxious, and dissatisfied. The teachings of the Dhammapada remind us that our actions have consequences that can haunt us in both our present and future. However, within this acknowledgement lies an empowering opportunity for transformation. The weight of regret. Regret is a natural emotion, often stemming from the realization that our actions have caused harm to ourselves or others. In today's culture, where social media and instant communication amplify our mistakes, the weight of regret can feel unbearable. It's essential to recognize that while regret can serve as a warning signal, it can also be a catalyst for positive change. Consider the case of Sarah, a young professional who found herself caught in the whirlwind of corporate culture. Driven by ambition, she often sacrificed her values, engaging in unethical practices to climb the corporate ladder. When her actions were exposed, she faced not only professional consequences but also deep personal regret. This regret spiraled into anxiety and depression, making it difficult for her to navigate her daily life. However, through reflection, Sarah discovered that acknowledging her missteps was the first step toward healing. The path to redemption. Redemption begins with accepting responsibility for our actions. This doesn't mean wallowing in guilt. Instead, it involves recognizing that we have the power to change our narrative. Acknowledging our mistakes allows us to take the necessary steps to make amends, both to ourselves and to those we may have harmed. In Sarah's case, she took a hard look at her actions and their impacts on her colleagues and the wider community. Instead of hiding from her mistakes, she publicly admitted her wrongdoing and sought to repair the damage. This process of accountability became a source of empowerment for her. It was not easy, and she faced significant backlash, but Sarah realized that true redemption required bravery. Positive deeds as healing. Engaging in positive deeds is a powerful way to counterbalance negative actions. Altruism not only contributes to the well-being of others but also cultivates a sense of purpose and fulfillment within ourselves. In contemporary society, where individualism often reigns, reaching out and supporting others can feel transformative. Consider how many people are affected by social issues, from homelessness to mental health struggles. Volunteering at a local shelter or participating in community outreach programs not only helps those in need but also fosters a sense of connection and belonging. When we commit to serving others, we shift our focus away from our own regrets and find meaning in our actions. Moreover, research has shown that acts of kindness can lead to improved mental health. A study published in the journal JAMA Network Open found that engaging in acts of kindness increased participants' happiness and decreased feelings of depression. Therefore, by focusing on the well-being of others, we simultaneously nurture our own emotional health. Mindfulness, the key to reflection. Mindfulness practices are essential for cultivating self-awareness and enabling us to reflect on our actions. In our fast-paced, distraction-filled lives, it's easy to overlook the impact of our choices. Mindfulness encourages us to slow down, observe our thoughts and emotions, and engage in intentional reflection. Mindfulness techniques. Meditation. Take time each day to sit in silence, focusing on your breath. Allow thoughts of regret to surface without judgment. Acknowledge them, but let them pass like clouds in the sky. Journaling. Writing about your experiences and feelings can be a powerful tool for processing regret. Set aside time each week to reflect on your actions, what you learned, and how you can improve. Body scan. Engage in a body scan meditation to connect with your physical sensations. This practice can help you identify where you hold tension related to your regrets, allowing for release and healing. Gratitude practice. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This shifts your focus from regret to appreciation, fostering a more positive mindset. By integrating mindfulness into your daily routine, you create space for self-reflection and personal growth. Mindfulness encourages us to be present, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Real-life applications. Understanding the importance of taking responsibility and engaging in positive actions is only the beginning. We must also consider practical applications that reinforce these concepts. Apology and amends. When you recognize that your actions have caused harm, consider reaching out to those affected. A sincere apology can go a long way in healing relationships and fostering forgiveness, both for yourself and the other person. Setting intentional goals. Reflect on the values that resonate with you and set intentional goals aligned with them. Whether it's improving your communication skills or prioritizing community service, having clear objectives can guide your actions and help you stay accountable. Finding mentorship. Seek guidance from mentors who embody the values you wish to cultivate. Learning from those who have successfully navigated their regrets and transformed their lives can provide invaluable insight and inspiration. Creating community. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who encourage your growth. Share your experiences and goals with them, and work together to hold each other accountable. Living with integrity. Ultimately, transforming regret into action is about living with integrity. When we align our actions with our values, we cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment. This alignment fosters happiness and helps us cope with life's challenges. In the case of Sarah, after her journey of reflection and redemption, she found a new career path that emphasized ethical practices and community engagement. By living in accordance with her values, she experienced a profound shift in her emotional well-being. She began to find joy in her work and fulfillment in her relationships, proving that it is possible to rebuild a meaningful life after a period of regret. Moving forward. The process of transforming regret into positive action is ongoing. It requires continuous self-reflection, commitment, and a willingness to grow. By integrating mindfulness practices and engaging in acts of kindness, we can create a ripple effect of positivity that extends beyond ourselves. As we navigate today's complex society, it's crucial to remember that our actions matter. We hold the power to shape our lives and the lives of those around us through our choices. By embracing the lessons of the past and focusing on meaningful action in the present, we pave the way for a brighter future filled with peace and fulfillment. This journey toward redemption and peace is not only a personal endeavor but also a collective one. As we strive to live with integrity and compassion, we contribute to a culture that values mindfulness and empathy, fostering a world where happiness is attainable for all. Cultivating a peaceful mind. In an age of constant distraction and information overload, cultivating a peaceful mind can feel like a daunting challenge. Yet, it is more crucial than ever for navigating the complexities of modern life. A peaceful mind not only enhances our well-being but also enables us to make better decisions, improve our relationships, and respond to life's challenges with resilience and grace. This section will delve into mindfulness practices, their relevance in today's culture, and real-life applications to help you cultivate peace amidst the chaos. The importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It is about being fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. In today's fast-paced world, where multitasking has become the norm, we often find ourselves living in a state of distraction, dwelling on past mistakes, or worrying about the future. Mindfulness allows us to break this cycle by grounding us in the present, where we can truly experience life as it unfolds. Research has shown that mindfulness can significantly reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, making it a valuable tool for anyone facing the pressures of contemporary society. By developing mindfulness, we cultivate emotional intelligence, enhance our ability to cope with difficulties, and improve our overall quality of life. Practicing mindfulness. 1. Mindful breathing. One of the simplest yet most effective mindfulness practices is mindful breathing. This practice involves focusing your attention on your breath, allowing you to anchor yourself in the present moment. Here's how to practice mindful breathing. Find a comfortable position. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes or lower your gaze to minimize distractions. Focus on your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Notice the sensations of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Count your breaths. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath. You can count each inhalation and exhalation, e.g., 1 for inhale, 2 for exhale up to 10, then start again. Practice regularly. Aim to practice mindful breathing for a few minutes each day. Gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. Mindful breathing can be particularly helpful during stressful situations. By taking a moment to breathe deeply, you can create a pause that allows you to respond rather than react impulsively. 2. Body Scan Meditation. The body scan meditation is an excellent way to cultivate awareness of your physical sensations and develop a sense of relaxation. This practice encourages you to notice areas of tension or discomfort and to release them consciously. Here's how to perform a body scan. Lie down comfortably. Find a quiet space where you can lie down comfortably, either on a mat or a soft surface. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Begin at your toes. Start by focusing on your toes. Notice any sensations, tension, or discomfort in that area. Take a moment to breathe into this space. Move up your body. Gradually shift your focus up through your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and so on, until you reach the top of your head. Spend a few moments on each area, acknowledging any sensations without judgment. Release tension. As you move through each body part, imagine inhaling calmness and exhaling tension. Allow each area to soften and relax. Finish with gratitude. Once you reach the top of your head, take a few deep breaths and express gratitude for your body and its capabilities. The body scan meditation can be a powerful tool for those who struggle with anxiety or stress. By tuning into your body, you can cultivate a deeper understanding of how your emotional state affects your physical well-being. 3. Mindful walking. Mindful walking is a practice that combines movement with mindfulness. It allows you to bring awareness to your surroundings while engaging in a simple, everyday activity. To practice mindful walking, choose a suitable path. Find a quiet path, whether it's a garden, park, or even a quiet room. Focus on your steps. As you walk, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground. Notice how each part of your foot makes contact with the surface beneath you. Engage your senses. As you walk, engage your other senses. Notice the sounds around you, the colors you see, the smells in the air, and the feeling of the breeze on your skin. Walk at a comfortable pace. Allow yourself to walk slowly, maintaining a steady rhythm with your breath. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the sensations of walking. Reflect on your experience. After your walk, take a moment to reflect on how you felt during the practice. Did you notice anything new about your surroundings or yourself? Mindful walking is particularly beneficial for those who find it challenging to sit still for traditional meditation. It can be incorporated into your daily routine, whether you're walking to work, running errands, or enjoying nature. 4. Mindful eating. In a culture of fast food and distracted dining, mindful eating encourages us to slow down and appreciate our food. This practice not only enhances our relationship with food but also promotes better digestion and satisfaction. To practice mindful eating, create a peaceful eating environment. Find a quiet place to eat, free from distractions such as television or smartphones. Set the table and create a pleasant atmosphere. Observe your food. Before you begin eating, take a moment to observe your meal. Notice the colors, textures, and aromas. Appreciate the effort that went into preparing it. Eat slowly, take small bites and chew thoroughly. Pay attention to the flavors and textures as you eat. Notice how the food feels in your mouth and how it nourishes your body. Listen to your body. Tune into your body's hunger and fullness signals. Eat until you are satisfied, not overly full. Express gratitude. At the end of your meal, take a moment to express gratitude for the food and the nourishment it provides. Mindful eating can help combat overeating and promote healthier food choices, leading to improved physical health and emotional well-being. Real-life applications of mindfulness. While mindfulness practices are powerful tools for cultivating a peaceful mind, their true value lies in their application to everyday life. Here are some practical ways to incorporate mindfulness into various aspects of your daily routine. 1. Mindfulness in relationships. In our interactions with others, it's easy to become reactive or distracted, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Practicing mindfulness can transform the way we communicate and relate to others. Active listening. When conversing with someone, practice active listening by fully focusing on what they are saying without planning your response. This shows respect and fosters deeper connections. Pause before reacting. If a conversation becomes heated, take a moment to pause and breathe before responding. This prevents knee-jerk reactions and allows for a more thoughtful response. Express gratitude. Make it a habit to express gratitude towards those around you. Whether it's a partner, friend, or coworker, acknowledging their contributions can strengthen relationships and create a positive atmosphere. 2. Mindfulness at work. Workplaces can be breeding grounds for stress and distraction. Incorporating mindfulness into your work routine can enhance productivity and overall job satisfaction. Set intentions for the day. Begin each day by setting an intention. This could be a personal goal or a mindset you wish to cultivate throughout the day. Take mindful breaks. Schedule regular breaks to step away from your work. Use this time for mindful breathing or a short walk to clear your mind and recharge. Embrace a growth mindset. Approach challenges at work with a mindset of growth and curiosity. Instead of fearing failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and improve. 3. Mindfulness in daily activities. Everyday activities can become opportunities for mindfulness. By infusing mindfulness into mundane tasks, you can transform your entire day. Mindful commuting. Whether you're driving, biking, or taking public transportation, use your commute as a time to practice mindfulness. Focus on your breath, observe your surroundings, or listen to calming music or a mindfulness podcast. Mindful chores. Turn household chores into mindful practices by paying attention to the sensations involved. Whether washing dishes, folding laundry, or gardening, focus on the task at hand and engage your senses. Mindfulness in technology use. In a digital age filled with distractions, practice mindfulness when using technology. Set boundaries for screen time, and engage with digital content mindfully, focusing on quality over quantity. Overcoming challenges to mindfulness. While mindfulness can offer immense benefits, it's not without its challenges. Here are some common obstacles and strategies to overcome them. 1. Difficulty focusing. It's natural for the mind to wander, especially in a world filled with distractions. If you find it challenging to focus during mindfulness practices, try these strategies. Shorten your practice. Start with shorter mindfulness sessions and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Use guided meditations. Utilize guided meditation apps or recordings that can provide structure and support as you practice. Be kind to yourself. When your mind wanders, gently acknowledge it and bring your focus back without self-judgment. Mindfulness is a practice, and it's okay to experience distractions. 2. Time constraints. In our busy lives, finding time for mindfulness can be challenging. Here's how to integrate mindfulness into your schedule. Incorporate mindfulness into routine tasks. Instead of viewing mindfulness as a separate activity, integrate it into your existing routines, such as during your commute, while exercising, or while cooking. Use short practices. Mindfulness doesn't require long sessions. Even a few minutes of focused breathing or gratitude practice can make a difference. Schedule mindfulness breaks. Just as you would schedule a meeting, set aside time in your calendar for mindfulness breaks throughout your day. 3. Resistance to change. Adopting a mindful lifestyle may require significant shifts in your habits and mindset. To overcome resistance, consider the following. Start small. Introduce mindfulness practices gradually. Begin with 1 or 2 simple techniques and expand as you become more comfortable. Seek support. Engage with others who share similar mindfulness goals. This could be through workshops, online communities, or local mindfulness groups. Reflect on benefits. Regularly reflect on the positive changes you experience through mindfulness. Keeping a journal can help you track your progress and reinforce the value of your practice. Mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, commitment, and self-compassion. As you navigate the ups and downs of life, cultivating a peaceful mind through mindfulness practices can help you find joy, meaning, and fulfillment in every moment. By embracing these practices and incorporating them into your daily life, you can cultivate a peaceful mind that allows you to respond to challenges with clarity and compassion. This journey toward mindfulness will not only benefit you but also those around you, contributing to a more peaceful and compassionate society. In today's rapidly changing world, the concept of collective responsibility has never been more relevant. As we navigate an era characterized by technological advancements, social media, and increasing connectivity, our individual actions have far-reaching implications. Each decision we make contributes not only to our personal lives but also shapes the world around us. It's essential to recognize that the behaviors we engage in, the words we speak, and the choices we make impact not just our well-being, but also that of our communities and society at large. Understanding collective responsibility. Collective responsibility refers to the idea that individuals within a community share the responsibility for the actions and well-being of that community. This principle emphasizes the interconnectedness of our lives. We are all part of a larger system. When we harm others or make poor choices, we not only affect ourselves but also create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate circle. Conversely, when we act with kindness, compassion, and integrity, we contribute to a positive environment that fosters growth and well-being. The ripple effect of actions. Consider the impact of small, everyday decisions. Whether it's a kind word to a stranger, a helping hand to a neighbor, or advocating for a just cause, these seemingly minor actions accumulate and create significant change. In a world that can often feel chaotic and disconnected, simple acts of kindness can restore hope and foster a sense of community. For instance, when someone takes the time to express gratitude or support, it not only uplifts the recipient but also inspires others to pay it forward, creating a chain reaction of positivity. Moreover, collective responsibility encourages us to be mindful of our actions and their consequences. In a society saturated with instant gratification, it's easy to overlook how our choices affect others. By cultivating an awareness of our impact, we can make more intentional decisions that contribute to the greater good. This awareness fosters a culture of accountability, where individuals feel empowered to take responsibility for their actions and strive to create a better world. Mindfulness practices for collective responsibility. Incorporating mindfulness practices into our daily routines can enhance our understanding of collective responsibility. Mindfulness helps us become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, enabling us to respond to situations with greater clarity and compassion. Here are some mindfulness techniques that can reinforce the principles of collective responsibility. 1. Mindful reflection. Set aside a few minutes each day for mindful reflection. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Focus on your day and the interactions you had with others. Reflect on moments where you acted with kindness or where you could have responded differently. This practice encourages self-awareness and helps you recognize the impact of your actions on others. Real-life application. Consider keeping a journal where you document your reflections. Write about specific interactions and how they made you feel, both positively and negatively. This exercise will help you identify patterns in your behavior and understand how your actions affect those around you. 2. Loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation is a powerful practice that cultivates compassion and empathy. Begin by sitting comfortably and taking deep breaths. Start by sending kind thoughts to yourself, such as, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe." Gradually expand this circle of kindness to include loved ones, acquaintances, and even those you may have conflicts with, ultimately encompassing all living beings. Real-life application. As you practice loving-kindness meditation, notice how it influences your interactions with others. When faced with challenging situations or difficult people, draw upon this sense of compassion to guide your responses. This practice can shift your perspective and help you approach others with understanding, fostering a more harmonious environment. 3. Mindful communication. Communication is a fundamental aspect of our daily lives, yet it's often rushed and superficial. Practicing mindful communication involves actively listening and being fully present in conversations. This means putting away distractions, maintaining eye contact, and engaging with the speaker without judgment. Real-life application. During your next conversation, focus on truly hearing what the other person is saying. Ask open-ended questions and seek to understand their perspective. This approach not only strengthens your relationships but also creates a sense of belonging and trust within your community. Building a culture of kindness and compassion. To cultivate a culture of kindness and compassion, it's crucial to foster environments that encourage these values. This can be achieved through education, community engagement, and leading by example. Here are some strategies to create a more compassionate society. 1. Education on empathy. Integrating empathy education into school curricula can have a profound impact on future generations. Teaching children the importance of kindness, understanding, and respect helps them develop the skills needed to navigate a diverse world. Activities such as role-playing, group discussions, and community service projects can promote empathy and foster a sense of responsibility toward others. Real-life application. If you're a parent or educator, consider organizing workshops that focus on empathy-building activities. Encourage children to participate in community service projects where they can interact with individuals from different backgrounds. These experiences will help them develop a broader perspective and appreciation for the interconnectedness of our lives. 2. Community initiatives. Community initiatives that promote kindness and compassion can create lasting change. Organizing events such as Kindness Days, where community members are encouraged to perform random acts of kindness, can inspire collective action and strengthen community bonds. These initiatives can range from food drives to cleanup days, all aimed at fostering a sense of togetherness. Real-life application. Take the lead in your community by organizing events that promote kindness. Collaborate with local organizations, schools, and businesses to create opportunities for community members to come together and support one another. Encourage participants to share their experiences and stories, reinforcing the importance of collective responsibility. 3. Leading by example. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to promote a culture of kindness. When individuals in positions of influence, whether in families, workplaces, or communities, model compassionate behavior, it inspires others to follow suit. Acts of kindness, integrity, and accountability create a ripple effect that encourages those around us to reflect on their actions and strive for positive change. Real-life application. Reflect on your role within your family, workplace, or community. Identify ways you can model kindness and compassion in your daily interactions. Whether it's offering support to a colleague, volunteering for a local charity, or simply being a listening ear for a friend, your actions can inspire others to embrace their collective responsibility. Fostering connection in a disconnected world. In a world that often feels disconnected, fostering genuine connections is essential for our well-being and happiness. Meaningful relationships contribute to a sense of belonging and purpose, which are crucial for mental and emotional health. Here are some strategies to strengthen connections within your community. 1. Engage in active listening. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves understanding the speaker's emotions and intentions. When engaging in conversations, practice being fully present. Avoid interrupting or formulating your response while the other person is speaking. Instead, focus on their words, body language, and emotions. Real-life application. make a conscious effort to practice active listening in your daily interactions. Whether at work, home, or social gatherings, strive to engage with others meaningfully. You'll likely notice an improvement in your relationships and a deeper understanding of those around you. 2. Create opportunities for connection. In our busy lives, it's easy to overlook opportunities for connection. Organizing social events, group activities, or community gatherings can foster a sense of belonging. These interactions provide a platform for individuals to share experiences, support one another, and build lasting relationships. Real-life application. Consider hosting a potluck dinner or a game night with friends and family. Encourage everyone to bring a dish and share stories or experiences. Creating spaces for open dialogue fosters connection and strengthens community bonds. 3. Volunteer for a cause. Volunteering for a cause that resonates with you not only helps others but also creates opportunities to connect with like-minded individuals. Whether it's helping at a local shelter, participating in environmental cleanups, or supporting educational initiatives, volunteering fosters a sense of purpose and community. Real-life application. Find a cause you're passionate about and dedicate time to volunteer. Share your experiences with friends and encourage them to join you. The connections you build through shared efforts can lead to lasting friendships and a deeper sense of fulfillment. The role of technology in building community. In today's digital age, technology plays a dual role in our lives. While it can foster connection and community, it can also contribute to feelings of isolation. To harness the positive aspects of technology, we must approach it mindfully. Here are ways to use technology to strengthen connections and promote collective responsibility. 1. Online communities. Joining online communities centered around shared interests or causes can expand your network and provide support. Platforms like social media, forums, and community websites offer opportunities to connect with individuals from diverse backgrounds. Real-life application. Explore online groups that align with your interests or values. Engage in discussions, share experiences, and support others in their journeys. Be mindful of the tone and language you use in these interactions, as they reflect your commitment to kindness and responsibility. 2. Digital acts of kindness. Use technology to spread positivity and kindness. Simple gestures such as sending a supportive message, sharing uplifting content, or creating awareness for important causes can make a difference. Digital acts of kindness can uplift spirits and create a sense of connection, even from afar. Real-life application. Challenge yourself to perform a digital act of kindness each day. It could be as simple as complimenting a friend's post, sharing a meaningful article, or reaching out to someone who may need encouragement. These small gestures contribute to a positive online environment and reinforce the values of compassion and empathy. Conclusion. By embracing the principles of collective responsibility and cultivating mindfulness, we can create a culture of kindness and compassion that fosters meaningful connections and enhances our well-being. Recognizing the impact of our actions and striving to contribute positively to our communities empowers us to lead happier, more fulfilling lives. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, we can choose to be agents of change, inspiring those around us to reflect on their actions and work together for a brighter future. Through mindfulness practices and real-life applications, we can cultivate a sense of purpose and connection that enriches our lives and the lives of those we encounter. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, let us remember that our choices matter, and together, we can build a more compassionate and harmonious society. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's reading and found it inspiring. We look forward to seeing you next time as we continue our journey through the teachings of the Buddha. Your presence means a lot to us, and we can't wait to share more wisdom with you. Until then, take care and stay mindful.